Before the break, we were talking about CBDCs and the International Monetary Fund unveiling its new UMU unit of monetary, whatever you want to, monetary unit. Could they think of a better name? Okay, so we're going to roll through what is coming at the same time. We're coming into the chaos phase, if you haven't noticed. They need the chaos phase to now escape. See, what has happened over these last 2 or 3 years during COVID time, when you were told there were shortages, from my information, that was a redistribution of supply chains to send continuity of government supplies into their last locations for their last year of or years of preparation. We've reached that point. Now the chaos begins so they can make their speedy escape. It's like every, suspense movie or army movie or shoot 'em up movie you've ever seen. They always have something blow up as a distraction, so then they run over there and get in whatever they're trying to break into. It's the same. They're going to blow it up, the economy, the supply chains, and everything's going to be so worried about just daily existence of companies, people, families, that they're going to escape the little rats into their underground chambers and ride out the natural calamities, or it's just a cycle. It's come here before. It's been around. We've been through this many a time. The chaos phase is here, but they're not going to let it go to zero. See, that would be foolish to let everything completely collapse before you try to reassemble it from ashes, literally. There's going to be some vestige of tech left that will allow the world to trade and transact during this time. No nation will be spared, but an international monetary system might still have some bastions and pockets. So again, we're going to run through DCMA. This is the Digital Currency Monetary Authority. Notice that they have every flag there. This is truly a one world currency that we're seeing unveiled April 10th. And it's interesting, April 10th, Jupiter, Sun, and Earth in a perfect line. That is the same day the volcano erupted Shivalush in Russia, and the same day that the International Monetary Fund unveiled their new digital currency. So there had to have been something esoteric in the stars, the moons, the patterns of the planets for them to do that specific day. But electromagnetically, there was a coupling, which is verified now by these volcanic eruptions. So there's too many coincidences on the day that that happened that, things were unveiled here. So let's go look at the DCMA. I'm going to read it for you. World leader in the advocacy of digital currency monetary policy for governments and central banks, commercial and retail banks, and other financial institutions. Self-appointed, like we just made our own organization. Why don't I call it David's Digital Currency Money? I'm going to be in control of all the banks. I'll just put another D in front of it, okay? And they just made it up. That's what they did. They just made it up. And then the UMU, Universal Monetary Unit, it's going to be called Unicoin. These will be your new lexicon. You'll start to hear these more and more. DCMA and UMU, Unicoin. So I actually went there because I'm pretty familiar with cryptocurrency. I actually did a show a couple weeks ago showing you the blueprint on how they were going to use Hashgraph and Quant as the base layering to scale everything else, including XRP, which they referenced to be used for this as well, distributed ledger settlement. Lo and behold, we are here again. The best monetary rates worldwide. You have to sign up for it. I encourage everybody to take a look at the site. It's just umucash.com. Take a look at it. You got to register for it. Get in the back door. I downloaded the white paper. I still haven't read it yet. Want to get in there and see what they're offering or enslaving with. But the UMU rates are already here. It includes every single country on the planet. There's not one that's not there. Because, I had traveled in Africa before, and there were not cross-swap rates between, let's say, Uganda and, where else did we go? Angola. Cross-swap rates, but you didn't have it. You had to use dollars or something in between. But here it gives you the option to cross-swap between the currencies using a base rate off the UMU, which is interesting. And down in Zimbabwe, that runaway event down there too. So the UMU coin itself is going to be pegged as the new world stable coin. That's why they're demonizing all the stable coins across the planet. That's why they're shutting down every crypto bank across the planet right now. But lo and behold, it comes out to be the Unicoin is going to be the same one equal around the planet digital currency stable coin that will be accepted anywhere for any worker from any country can wire their money home. Now, again, we get into this whole debacle of can they turn your money off at any time they want to? The answer is going to be yes. So let's say you're a worker and you head up to, say, Chad, and you're up there for 2 years working away from your family. You got all these digital credits. You try to send them home, but you said something bad about the government, and then they lock all your funds, so you can't really send your money back. Something like this. So everybody's going to have to be on their best behavior to enter the system. And people like me, a show like this would get me turned off of the system. I guarantee you it would. This innocuous and light of a conversation would have repercussions in the new system. And if you don't think otherwise, I'm sorry, you just need to pop that balloon and come back down to earth for a moment again. So to have all the rates already set for the official rates on a one-to-one exchange as stablecoin is a little unnerving for me, how fast this has unveiled itself. From 0 to, we got a world stablecoin, a one world currency, in a flash. Now, that's the chaos phase sort of on the monetary side, and we could see gold and silver running away. I cannot believe it's up. You can't touch a maple leaf for under like 35 bucks now. Can't touch any Eagles, American Eagles. I'm talking silver here for $45, $46. Even the Philharmonics are running 33 bucks now. Really, the silver is just, it's starting to run now. It's going to continue to go up, creeping up incrementally here. There might be a pullback here or there, but the more people understand they need silver to protect wealth and pay your property taxes in the future, the more that is going to be wanted. And once BRICS gets a roll in and they really do back their currency by gold, then that price is definitely not going to stay at 2,000, going to go much higher. Personal opinion, not financial advice. Amazon in itself is reducing its footprint. See, all these were slated to create thousands of jobs. These on dots on the map here. These are being pulled back. And I was told a couple of years ago by somebody like, whoa, billionaire, an actual billionaire, was telling me, when they stop giving you free shipping in Amazon, that is the marker when the chaos or the beginning of the collapse starts. And here, lo and behold, just last week, they're saying they're closing all these warehouses. And they're going to start to charge for some shipping, which is very close to not 100% of full, you buy, you pay everything for shipping, but it's nudging toward that, way closer than anything we've seen so far. So think about this, all these Amazon things, they close. So where are you going to get your goods from? Well, you're going to need to go to your local store. And Walmart's closing amok everywhere, are they not? And this is the chaos. So think about all the mom and pop businesses getting closed. They're all been diluted, flash mobbing. They made the conditions of such that mom and pop businesses are out of business. COVID especially, bam, just crushed them all. Now we got the bigs that are closing, mainly in low-income, high-crime neighborhoods and areas. Okay, so you got massive amounts of retailers closing. If I need stuff and I'm in a low-income part of town, where am I going to go? I'm going to drive up to the nice part of town. But you know how that's going to work out, like oil and water. They want the chaos. They want that to overflow and create fights and disturbances. And you know, if you're around crime your whole life, you're just like, whoa, don't look, don't say anything, whatever. But in some areas, people actually still want to protect their communities. So they want that. They want that clash. They need that clash to create the chaos, to get the troops in the stores, to get your digital rationing cards out. Show ID before you go in the store. Prove your funds before you get in the store. They need it. That's all part of the plan. And they're also telling you which banks are going to close in 2023. HSBC, Lloyds, and Barclays, right along with Credit Suisse. Now, your ability to bank is also going to be affected. Where are you going to go to bank? If your regional bank's out of business, oh, are you going to be left to JP Morgan, Bank of America, and what other shysters are out there? I guess so. Zillow's given us a little lift off and hint, wink, wink, where things are going to go. So the green is a 10% increase in property values. By the way, I got smacked with a much bigger assessment here in Tennessee. Our prices went up tremendously. I was like, are you kidding me? That? What? All right. Red is the declines, 10%. Now, this is November 2022 to 23. Now, notice November 23, and then we just jump back to September 23. September 22 to 23, the dark blue is only at 5%. So wait a second. You're going from 5% to 10% jump in a 2-month period. What do they know that we don't? That's absurd. 10% increase prices on land, homes in a single year? That's insane. Up from 5%, which was insane itself. Generally, you're looking at a 1 to 2, 3% on outstanding markets for real estate values rising, not 5, not 10%. So again, the bigs, they all understand something hyperinflationary this way come. You don't get 10% rises on average through the entire scape of real estate unless something big is planned. I just do simple math. And something big being planned, simple math, 2 planes, 3 buildings. What did this bring in for us? Look at the junctures and the stages of pre-positioning assets over the last 30 years. The COVID thing also has reduced all those 24-hour stores. Remember, all Walmarts and CVS's and anything used to be 24-hour stores. Those hours have greatly been reduced down to like what, 8 hours, 10 hours now, some places. So the availability for you to go at any time, day or night, has also been slashed. Like this is a soft curfew for everyone. If all your supermarkets are closed and your drugstores are closed and everything's closed by 8 o'clock, who are the people on the streets? You don't really have to call a curfew. If there's nothing out open, most people would stay home anyway. Very easy to track 20 times less traffic on the road than it would be to have all the stores open and people going about their business all the time. And it's just about standing up as a united planet and just saying no. You don't even have to do anything except saying, no, I will not accept that and I will not partake in your system. And if enough people don't, dead on arrival, they're going to have to do something different. You know, if 75% of the world's population said, no, we're not going to use your Unicoin, your UMU, it wouldn't move forward. It simply wouldn't. It would stop. We'd have to think of a new system. It's just getting people to that point just to say no. That's the most dangerous thing for governments, when people don't participate and just say no. That's your right as a human. Exercise that right.